Welcome back, guys, to another episode. We are your hosts, Jessy.
And Victor.
And this week we're having just news. And something amazing that has been happening is the the tech community in Kenya is divided. And the reason why we are telling you guys it's divided is Jack was in Kenya and only few people knew about it.
There are only very few people who are at IHub.
Not per se, even I have
As,
it's
as in, it's like he made an impromptu, it was like a secret visit.
secret visit, yeah.
Mm, mm.
Because the only community that was knowing that Jack was in Kenya is the founders of startups in Kenya,
Yeah.
the pioneers, and the one who was funded recently. It's called
Gridless.
yeah, Gridless.
Yeah.
The founder Eric Hasman.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were the one who knew. The rest of the tech community never knew, and the news reporters of tech kept begging to to find some time with Jack. That is the funny thing.
I mean, I don't even know if he's still in here, still in the country.
Yeah, he's in the country. I think he posted a picture an hour ago. He was in Nyanyuki.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it seems like it was not even a publicized visit. It was just something for haraka
Because
fast. Mm.
probably he came for the funding
Yeah.
of Gridless.
Mhm.
Then with that, he went to iHub because iHub is one of the fathers of startups in Kenya.
Yeah. Mm.
And
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
uh, anyway, guys, we're giving you another reason to go back to never go back to your exes, and this is because of of Jumia, the Jumia Ex-Execs. They quitted Jumia and they opened their own startup. It's called Kapu.
Yeah, Kapu, an e-commerce platform.
Yeah, it's not per se an e-commerce, but they're calling themselves a social commerce.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Kapu is a website more like Jumia, but it's supposed to bring groceries to the common mwananchi.
Yeah, the reason why I'm telling you guys to never go back to your exes is because you always grow. You always grow. Well, Jumia is dwindling and failing in Nigeria and also failing in Kenya.
Yeah.
And then the other competitor who is Twiga on this other hand side being taken over by the government, Kapu saw a leverage in between. They come in for the grocery and they come in for just
And their model of working is actually pretty interesting. Since they're working, demographics showed that many Kenyans use WhatsApp.
yeah.
So many. It's like we have like a really high number that it's ranked among the top in the world. So now Kapu is using WhatsApp where you can directly order from WhatsApp your groceries and stuff like that. And also that is now online, and on the ground they're using physical agents like me. I can be the agent where I'll bring the groceries to you to your home, or you can come and contact me and I'll bring the groceries to you.
And also, when you saw the recent, it's called this podcast by G Money. He said, before you start dating, or what was the thing? Before you move to another relationship, you need to be already in a recent relationship. So you discard your previous. So this is the same model. I think Kapu has been operating on stealth mode. And this stealth mode, they
even have fundings out of the blues, and it was
and they've had 1,000 customers and 1,350 agents.
1350.
Yeah, 1,350 agents. And one thing I tell you that is crazy is the Kenyan tech media picks information from the Western media, because when Kapu was launching, the tech media was there, but they never knew the information about the funding. That is the crazy thing. They were told, we are launching, guys, and these are the numbers that we are having, but the information in regard to money, they never had.
I think as Kenyans, we are a little far behind when it comes to things like this. Because if something happens here, it's funny that in the West, the news will be there first.
Yeah.
Instead of here.
I think
Na sisi ndo tuko kwa ground and
we don't
stuff
have
like that.
believability of our own.
Yeah, we don't trust each other, and we don't believe in what we do, in what even our peers do, our friends do, even our fellow country people.
Yeah. Anyway, Kapu is not the only startup that is going social e-commerce. Earlier this year, Two Shop raised a seed funding of 3 million. That was a seed. And also we are seeing they're using the form of agent.
Yeah, they're like let's say like the competitor to Kapu.
Yeah.
Since Twiga is now taking a different route and Jumia
exactly.
is taking a different route. So Two Shop is now the only, so that we will try and see tutajua what it will be. Yeah.
Anyway, talking of a struggling country, Kenya, we are suffering from high-priced flagship phones and mid-range phones that have no power. So Badili came into the picture.
Yeah, Badili has been here for a while. But I know a lot of people don't know about Badili. Even in Kenya, right now, if you want to get a refurbished phone, most of the people will not buy from here.
I don't even buy from here. I buy from, because the founder of Badili said the reason why she founded Badili is the friend was caught with a policeman because they bought a stolen phone.
Yeah.
So Badili
now because now instead of like going through the right sources, you go to the gray market, the black market, I mean. So as in now, Badili is now bringing a way out for people who don't want to spend a lot of money, or you don't have the money, but want a top tier phone, a flagship phone, a flagship Android or an iPhone or some sort of phone. And I think it's a great idea.
Anyway, Badili has come into the picture, basing it has raised 2.1 million seed. And it's planning to go into Tanzania, into Uganda. But then I don't think
it's not
the
actually
model. Have you checked the model first online?
Not yet, but yeah, I've seen their page. I've seen how it works, but for the most time, most of the things are not in stock.
Yeah, because what they do is you bring your phone, you take it to them.
You see, now that's now like their biggest problem, because now you see, if I have to bring in my phone to you so that you can now put it up for sale online, if I wanted that phone, if another person wanted that phone, they can't really have it. If nikikuja
but then
it's not in stock.
The phone is being brought to Badili because of valuation first.
Yeah.
So they evaluate the phone. They tell you it's this much to this much. Then they refurb it. Then they place it for order.
I've actually gone through that whole process. Not really to sell my phone, but just to see how it looks like. So you are supposed to like, you pick the model of your phone, the storage capacity, the RAM, all that stuff. You tell them how, if you have the box, the warranty, if it's still under warranty, and all this add up to the money that you will sell it to them.
But do you think it's a very good and viable market, basing they're only having mid-range and flagship phones, so you can't go with these other phones?
I think it's good enough because the same phones that are there for like, let's say like 20,000 and stuff like that. If you go and check at the shop, you'll find it's around 40 to 50,000. So now, if the average person wants a new phone, they can easily get the phone, because a lot of people still don't have like smartphones. They're still using feature phones.
Yeah.
So now, if someone can be able, and I don't think the iOS system is very easy to use compared to the Android system.
Okay.
So if someone is moving from a feature phone to now the iOS system, which
that's a big leap.
Yeah, okay, it's a big leap, but it's very easy to use. And if you can get one for like 10,000, 15,000
iOS,
yeah, on Badili, you should check the site.
Okay, from a feature phone to...
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Ama, you don't believe that?
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe you can move?
From a feature phone to iOS, as in the journey is simple. Feature phone, Android, either you stick on Android to then iOS, but then the way is thin. The way is thin. It's either Android versus iOS, not from feature to.
Okay, let's not say but I feel like wherever you land from the feature phone, you will adapt to it.
Yeah. Hey guys, anyway, Badili is having the second store in Kenya. And you guys be sure to check it out in case you're having problems going to buy the phones on the shops.
And also they are expanding to West Africa
Yeah, they're
in a
expanding
few
to
months.
West Africa.
I think it should be, the market there is also
Yeah, the
almost
market there is
similar
almost
to
similar to Kenya.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Guys, we're telling you, sometimes people rebrand their exes again. And this is a funny thing because Sky Garden filed for bankruptcy and then they have been bought. Or do we say one man lose, one man find?
I don't know what we should say about this because they filed for bankruptcy after they failed to get their funding. They
But
failed to
that is
achieve.
after the second funding.
Yeah.
The first funding was huge, and then their model in the country was based on influencer model.
Yeah, even
For an e-commerce platform to go influencer model on marketing.
Yeah, I'm very sure
technical.
if you've been in Nairobi, especially the Kileleshwa, Lavington area, you have seen their billboard.
Yeah.
With our
They
guy
have
there.
very useless billboards.
Yeah, with the main guy Kimanzi.
Yeah. Don't go to Sky Garden. That one reason they failed, it's that. But either way.
Don't go to Sky Garden. Hey.
Yeah, because when you see the information, you just typically don't go there. Anyway, that is not one of the reasons they failed. They failed because of bankruptcy. And now they have been bought by a BNPL company, Lipa Later.
Yeah.
And what BNPL means is buy now and pay later. And now they're incorporating it with e-commerce. Do you think it's a worthy thing, basing how these companies operate? Sun King, they give you the product, you pay slowly. Mogo for do this, you pay slowly. But then you end up paying with a lot of interest. Do you think it's a viable thing in the ecosystem right now?
I think if you want something really badly right now and you don't have the money, then you should be willing to pay extra for it in the long term. Because if say Sky Garden, most of the things are electronics.
Yeah, most of the things are electronics.
So say I want a new TV today. If I really want it badly, then I will actually go with the BNPL way if I don't have the money. It's not bad if you're willing to pay the extra cash, because you're seeing many companies out here adopting it. Because, and even if you go to town right now and you go past those shops, in Safaricom shops, you'll see Lipa Later there. Even have a different one. I don't remember the name, but I think there are a few in Kenya. There's also Aspira, I think.
Yeah, Aspira.
But Aspira is not as known
as Lipa Later.
Yeah, it is a Lipa. It's a BNPL too. But it's not as known, and I feel very few people use it.
Okay.
But Lipa Later is good. I think people should try it, because of course not every time utakuwa na the whole amount there, and we usually want to buy things and stuff like that, but we don't have the money, and we know we can get the money if you're sure that I am, to me, like someone who is on a payroll every month, they're getting the money, then it will be easy to pay for that.
Yeah, because BNPL is a model that has been working in Africa, but then also Apple incorporated BNPL.
Yeah.
But then for them, I think it's on a three installment when you're going for the phone.
Not sure how many installments.
Because when they launched,
but
I think their previous OS, they incorporated BNPL.
But I don't know why we're saying if it will be viable in Kenya, because
It is viable in Kenya because
Yeah.
it works in an economy that people have no bulk money at once.
And the funny thing is, in the West and other European current countries and any countries that are not in Africa, per se, they don't pay upfront.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
usually use BNPL plans
Uh-huh.
because even in the States now, if you want to go and buy a new Mercedes, you can go and put a down payment and start paying for it monthly. The same way with your house, you can mortgage, you can be paying your for your house on a monthly basis and stuff like that. So it's not something that we should not see that it will fail. It's something that is been there in the world, and it's like it's the same way we adopted religion from the West.
Uh-huh.
So now this is it's almost a similar thing.
Anyway, guys, so Eric Muli, the CEO of Lipa Later, stated and said, "We are not going to cut off the employees of Sky Garden and have new ones come in, but then we are going to have the ones who are already there continue. It will still have this. It will still be operating under the same name, same everything,
Yeah.
but then a different model because the mother parent now Lipa Later is a BNPL."
I feel like that's good. It was a good acquisition for Lipa Later after they got their funding, and I think the Sky Garden employees should be really happy because they had already given notice like a few months ago that the company is going to shut down. So unafaa kusikia vizuri. They have found their Jesus.
Yeah, Santa came early for them.
Yeah.
And talking of cut-offs, layoffs in Africa have been going so crazy. Every company from the West,
Not per se Africa. It's
in
the
the
whole
world,
world.
in the whole world, yeah. Layoffs. And recently, Cheaper Cash has joined the trend. They've cut 12.5% of their employees.
12.5% is a lot.
They say that is like 400 plus, I think so.
Can you imagine 400 people who lose a job in one day?
And majority of these people are from the engineering team, the product team, and
But I saw
the design team.
But I saw something like they were offering jobs to those people that put up a post or something like that.
No, what happened is one of the product designers I know around there, it's called Mark, said that he is grateful for the chance that has happened at Cheaper Cash, and right now he is looking for another job. And the VP said, in case you're looking for great product designers, engineering team, you should check the Cheaper Cash laid off employees.
Okay. I think, okay, now that makes sense.
And now, yesterday, a post came out saying that this layoff of employees has come from a scaling point of Cheaper Cash,
Scaling
which is
point.
ironic.
Scaling.
Yeah.
So this is like the same thing that Twiga said.
Yes. But then now, they wanted more staff to do because Cheaper Cash has been hiring on a ramp. Like the ramp was going up. They've been hiring and hiring and hiring. And now they've laid off people. But on my own point is Cheaper Cash has cut down because I think they were affected by the FTX thing,
Yeah.
the FTX bankruptcy, because FTX is one of the biggest investors in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And now, because someone predicted when FTX fell, he went in to analyze African startups that were funded by FTX. That includes
It's a
Cheaper Cash and
lot.
that includes Mara. Now, Cheaper Cash has joined the trend, joining Swivel and any other African company to scale down.
There are a lot. Swivel, I think Kune.
Yeah. Kune, I think after scaling down, they also just shut down. But I think Cheaper Cash is so big to shut down for now.
Cheaper Cash is big. It's in a market where it's dominant.
Yeah, it's
a
pretty
real-
stable compared to Kune. Kune was a startup after the seed funding, and then the model for them was new. Cheaper Cash is in a couple of countries, pretty stable with a lot of licenses. Only in Kenya, I think they don't have a license, funnily.
They don't have a license.
Yeah, they don't have a license in Kenya. So when you join Cheaper Cash, you cannot operate in Kenya. You operate in any other country. Because there was this shutdown of Flutterwave, Cheaper Cash, and I think another country startup.
I remember there was a time you were working with Cheaper Cash. Were you also cut off?
When I was working as for Cheaper Cash, I used to work as a graphic designer, but not in the company, as a hired agent. But that's another story. I was not part of the 12.5%.
So you're not cut off?
No, I wasn't cut off. But then we feel really sorry for this market that has been cut off. It's a trend, because one thing you need to know about the startups ecosystem is something trends in the West, it's assimilated in Africa.
Yeah, very true.
They start cryptocurrency companies in the West, they come in Africa. They start something there, it comes here. Only few things operate in Africa. That is USSD, FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. You see, such things that grow well in Africa. But then other things we take from the West, they come. Because someone said...
So you're saying even the way people are being laid off in the West, we're also adopting it?
Yeah, we're also adopting it.
Because you remember our guy, Mr. Elon Musk?
Yeah.
He laid off a lot of people. I think that's a...
Because you see, after laying off people in the West, he laid off people in Ghana and shut down the Ghana office for Twitter.
Yeah.
You see, and now it's now a strange thing.
But I feel a lot of internet online companies are struggling because I think even Meta is doing the same thing. Even Apple is not hiring as much.
And I don't know why they're scaling down.
I think we're still facing the effects of like COVID and stuff like that, because as much as we say hii kitu imeisha, it's not gone. It's still
So you
there.
believe COVID is there?
Me? I don't know. I have no say. I believe it's a conspiracy theory. And but I have no more comments on that. On COVID, no. But you see what Apple, even like Apple, what is doing, they're not hiring like in bulk. They're only hiring the people they need. So I think it will be the same trend here. They'll cut down on the number of employees and then start hiring the people they need. Maybe change their model and now start hiring, let's say, like if they need engineers only, maybe a few. If they need agents, maybe a few. But I am very sure we will be seeing more and more laying offs by other companies in the near future.
Yeah, and to our viewers, please subscribe. We're giving you free content. You're going down to look for this content. The least or the most thing you can do is subscribe. We don't want to lay you off. Please subscribe. We have new things coming the next year, because this is our holiday special. You can see even the lighting, the setup, everything is chill.
Going into a different...
Yeah, everything is going into the holiday system. And we're hoping for the best coming to 2023. Yeah.
We're hoping that no people don't get laid off. Our friends in tech.
And we're hoping for more subscribers. And more partnerships, more sponsorships. Yeah. Anyway, we're your hosts. I'm Jessy.
And it's Victor.
Peace out.